Good morning, class 12. Today we are starting up with another innovation, that is innovation in animals. So, the first animal to be created was transgenic mouse. Transgenic means in between the two genetic combinations. Here, the transgenic mouse was created by adding the genes of two animals together and producing an intermediate or an altogether new genetic species. Okay, so what was being done here? The super mouse was created in 1982 by inserting a rat gene for growth hormone into the mouse genome by fusion of growth hormones genes. Okay, so what was the immediate effect of that? The super mouse was bigger in size. Similarly, other transgenic animal which was created was transgenic sheep. Sheep are generally reared for milk production, or you can say protein production, but here it was the milk which was reared from this kind of sheep was having these kind of sheeps were being incorporated by a human gene, human anti-hemophilic factor 9 gene, due to which the milk which was being taken from these sheep was used to treat emphysema, which is a lethal disease. So that was a very good innovation. The next is transgenic pigs. These pigs have been created to produce human hemoglobin. This human hemoglobin can be separated from pig hemoglobin by various analytical techniques. So this can be further used as a substitute for blood transfusion experiments, because this hemoglobin can also be stored for longer period of time. So that was a very good innovation where the human hemoglobin can be produced by the pigs. Okay, and then one again important thing here, pigs were also used for harvesting human organs like heart, liver, pancreas, kidney and lungs, so that the easy transplantation can be done of these organs. Another is transgenic fish. Transgenic fish are, since the development of fish is external, you must have studied this in bio, the transgenesis in fishes is nearly 70% efficient than the other mammals, because it is all done and it is all externally done, na? That's why. So transgenic fishes were with increased size and weight have been produced by introducing of the growth hormone transgene. These fishes have been found to be 10 times heavier, and then they will be rendering more amount of flesh for the fish eaters. So it was a very good innovation again. Then the next one is transgenic chicken. Transgenesis in chickens can be used to develop low fat and cholesterol but protein rich eggs. If the transgenic chicken have been produced, these chicken are introduced with such kind of genes which are giving them a quality to produce eggs which are richer in protein, at the same time which are which have low quantity of fat, so a beneficial kind of egg. Okay, next is transgenic cattle. So mammary glands of cattle acts as a bioreactor for production of various proteins, because of course in the milk of the cattle there are various kinds of proteins present. So transgenic cow have been produced to, so that we can take out the milk, we can get the milk which is richer as far as protein is concerned and has high amount of casein into it. Okay, if what happens, if the lactose transgene is introduced in the mammary gland, then lactose free milk will be secreted. This milk is beneficial to the people who are unable to digest the lactose, who are lactose intolerant and cannot digest the milk having lactose, so that can also be created. Okay, so this is it. Now coming on to the next topic, that is clone. Clone Cloning is a process of producing individuals with identical or virtually identical DNA, either naturally or artificially. In nature, many organisms produce clones through asexual reproduction. So, whenever an organism is undergoing asexual reproduction, it is giving rise to clones. But this property was being utilized in biotechnology for creating clones of certain organisms, maybe animals. Okay, so in biotechnology, the copies of the cells and the copies of the DNA fragments, also called as molecular cloning, have been done since a long time. So the first clone was created called as Dolly. So Dolly the sheep becomes the first successfully cloned mammal. The first mammal to be cloned was a sheep, and the name given to her was Dolly. She was born on 5th of July 1996. Although in your book it's written 97, but in the year 97 the announcement was being done publicly. It was publicly announced in the month of February 1997 in the Nature magazine. Nature is one of the, it is the best magazine you can say, the best science journal you can say. So this Dolly had three mothers but no father. That means there was they were she was born only with the females, only from the help of the females. No male factor was involved here. Who were the three mothers? The first mother was the clone mother, who was the donor. The second mother was the egg mother, who was again a donor of the egg. The third mother is the was the surrogate mother, in which the uh, zygote was placed. Clear? Let us understand. The masterminds behind Dolly were Sir Ian Wilmot and Keith Campbell. And in the center, you have the picture of Dolly the sheep. Now, coming on to the technique. Study the diagram. The cloning of the sheep, 1996. Okay. So what was being done? It was the clone was being generated. Dolly was being generated by Wilmot and Campbell, that I have told you. The basic principle involved in its development is the phenomenon of totipotency. Totipotency means each and every cell of the body is capable of giving rise to a whole new organism. So that is a totipotency. And again, nuclear transfer was being done here. So totipotency is a very important factor. Totipotency word comes from total potency. It is a combination of two words. Total potency of the cells to develop and differentiate into cells and ultimately forming a complete organism. So the basic funda behind this technique of cloning was totipotency. Okay.